Dear students, in this session, we are going to see the second application of the Gauss law, that is the Gauss theorem, electric field due to a uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. So, in last session, we are see about the infinite long charged wire. Here, we are going to set infinite plane sheet, charged plane sheet. So, this is a one-dimension case. This is a two-dimensional case. So in this two-dimensional case, this is a surface plane sheet. So front side and back side. So we have to draw the Gaussian surface like this. So this Gaussian surface vector ds vector will be move outwards. This side also the Gaussian surface vector will move in this outwards. Similarly, this is a positive charge. The electric field vector is also moving outwards. In both the cases, this side front side and back side, the electric field and small ds vector, the small surface vector of the Gaussian surface, both are in parallel. That is, angle is theta is equal to 0 degree in both the cases. So since this is the surface charge density, it is a plane sheet, so we have to check the continuous charges in the plane sheet can be represented as surface charge density. Surface charge density is denoted by sigma is equal to q by epsilon naught. Q is the amount of charges in this surface and A is the area of the surface. So hence the Q charge is equal to surface charge density into area. So as usual in the previous case, we have to compare with the we have to derive the expression for electric flux by definition. Then you compare the electric flux with the Gauss theorem. Finally we get answer. This is a common steps we have to follow in the Gauss theorem applications. And now you come to this point. So by definition, that is by electric flux definition, electric flux which is equal to integral E ds cos theta. So here we have the two terms, theta is equal to 0 and theta is equal to 0 in the front and back side of the plane sheet. So we have charged plane sheet. So we have to say that integral E ds cos 0 degree plus integral E ds cos 0. So you see that student listen, here it is given that small circle, that is a closed surface. That's why by the Gauss law it is stated that for only the closed surface it is applicable. So it cos 0 is a 1, this is also cos 0 1, hence we get integral EDS plus integral EDS. Finally we get integral ds is a area, so EA plus EA. Finally we get electric flux by definition for the infinitely long plane sheet. The value is 2 into E into A. E is a electric field and A is a area of the plane sheet. So the Gaussian surface area. So by Gauss theorem, the electric flux can be defined as a Q by epsilon naught. Instead of Q, we have to substitute sigma A because it is a plane sheet. So sigma A. This electric flux and this electric flux are same. So this point and this point, both equations represents the electric flux of this plane sheet. Hence we have to equate these two things. Area get cancelled. Finally we get the electric flux through any charged plane sheet is given by sigma by 2 epsilon naught. For a plane sheet, we have to represent the charge only as a surface charge density. So surface charge density by 2 into epsilon naught is a electric field expression for infinitely long plane sheet. Dear students, let us hear one small example. Here I take the two plane sheets, both are the same charges, positive charges. This is a plane sheet A and this is a plane sheet B. So listen carefully, see the diagram. This is a plane sheet A and this is a plane sheet B. For this plane sheet A, so I will hide this plane sheet. Okay, so forget this plane sheet B. Yes. Here for this plane sheet A, the electric field vector is outwards. There is a three regions: first region, second region, and third region. For the first region, due to the plane sheet A, the electric field vector will be outwards. Here also outwards. Here also outwards. But for the plane sheet B, for the three regions, all the three regions, the electric field vector, let us see that this is a positive charge, so this is a positive charge, so electric field vector will be moving outwards. This is moving outwards, this is also moving outwards, this is also moving outwards. That means for the first region, second region, and third region, the electric field flux will be, the direction will be in this direction for the plane sheet B. So overall you see that for the region 1, both the electric field will be same direction, and region 3 also both the electric field will be same direction, but in region 2 the electric field direction for the A and B will be opposite. Hence the amount of charge density is both the charges are same, so these two are equal and opposite. For the region 1 the total electric field is EA plus EB. So EA plus EB for both region 1 and region 3 both will be add up, because it is a EA and EB both will be add up. So this is the expression common for first region as well as the third region, EA plus EB. So what is the electric flux due to the plane sheet? In previous question only we are seeing that is sigma by 2 x lambda naught plus sigma by 2 x lambda naught. For the plane sheet A the surface charge density is sigma, for the plane sheet B surface charge density is also the same sigma. Hence we can add these two things, half plus half, which is equal to E is equal to sigma by x lambda naught. But it is not true in this second region. In this second region both the electric fields are opposite sense, both are equal and opposite. Hence the electric field in between the two plane sheets, if the two plane sheets are the same charge with the same amount of the charge density, the electric field at the center in the middle of this plane sheets is 0. The students may ask that, sir, if I put the negative charge instead of the positive charge, one is positive charge, another is negative charge, what will happen, sir? That is we are going to see that. So one plane sheet A is a positive charge and B is a negative charge. The same thing for the positive charge, the electric field vector will be outwards in region 1, the outwards in region 2, and also it is outwards in region 3. But for negative charge, but for the plane sheet B, this is a negative charge, means the electric field vector will be moved towards the negative charge. So EB will be in this direction, EB will be in this direction. In this region also it will be towards the negative charge. So evidently by the diagram we are able to see that first region and the third region both are opposite sense. In the second region it is in the same direction, just opposite to the previous case. Yes, for the first region and third region the electric field is 0, but for the second region the electric field value will be not 0. So as usual in the previous case, what the derivation we are put, that the same derivation we have to do in this question also. So here we have to store the charges. This is the main property or the main idea given, that we are able to store the charges when the two plates are opposite charges. This is the basics for capacitors. Keep this question in your mind. We are going to see in the next unit. So the students, keep in your mind, for the two charges are the same light charges, two plane sheets are kept, means in the middle region the electric field is 0, but if the two plane sheets are in the opposite nature, the ends are 0 electric field, the ends are 0 electric field, but in the middle the electric charges are stored. Hence it has a electric field value is equal to sigma by x lambda naught.